Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbling class. My name's Amy and today's class is one of my Around the World in 80 Days classes where we travel around the world talking about different places, different countries or something particularly interesting that you can find somewhere else in the world. And today we're actually going to be looking at several different places in an article which is called Surreal Towns, which are so we're going to be looking at some towns that have got some kind of strange nature-impacted feature about them, and it's going to be interesting. The main point of this class really is to practice your reading skills and your pronunciation, as well as learning some vocab, and also having a bit of fun finding out about some different places around the world. So if you would like to practice your reading, improve your pronunciation, expand your vocabulary, and perhaps increase your general knowledge a little bit too, in case you want to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, then do come along and join us. While we wait for our students to arrive, what we're going to do is I'm just going to let you know about some other resources that can help you with your time here on Verbling. The first link that I'm going to post for you in the chat box is to my Verbling Teacher Facebook page. And if you would like to, if you're a Facebook fan and you're constantly on Facebook, it could be a good idea to connect up with one of the, or more, of the Verbling teachers and keep an eye on their updates as you go through your week. You can be alerted as to some useful English resources or upcoming classes that you might not want to miss. So connect up with us on Facebook if you would like to. If you're interested in finding out some more information about any of the teachers on Verbling, then the best place to do that is at the Verbling teacher pages. You can see my Verbling teacher page there as the second link in the chat box. And if you go to those pages, you'll find several useful things. One of them being information about each of the teachers, who we are, where we're from, what kind of stuff we do, how much experience we've got, all that kind of thing. You can see some videos of our classes, which can be quite handy to see our personalities. I think if you'd like to join us before you have to actually commit. If you're interested in private tutoring, you can see our schedules on there. So if you're interested in having a one-on-one class with any of the teachers, head to their teacher page, check out their schedule, and you can book a class from there at a time that suits you both. If you do have any questions about anything else at all, then the best thing to do is to write us a message using the messaging feature that you'll also find there on the Verbling teacher page. So there's all the information that you should need to have a great time here with us on Verbling, and we're going to say hello and see who we've got to talk about these surreal places. So Felipe.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Felipe. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm very tired right now.
Oh, you're very tired. Have you had a
Sorry, teacher.
I just
Can
asked,
you
have
hear
you
me?
had... Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, so.
Oh, really? Not
Yeah.
too good?
Yeah. Probably the
That's a bit...
connection is not good. Yeah.
Maybe, although I just had another class and it seemed to be fine, so I'm not sure, Felipe.
Right now it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so how come you're tired? Did you have a particularly busy day?
Yeah, because today I started my university class,
Okay.
and this year I'm going to start learning French. Then
Ah!
today it was my first class. Then I'm really tired.
Definitely. All right, your first
Yeah,
class with a new course, everything new, your brain's on overdrive. I totally understand.
yeah.
All right, well, it's very good to have you in class with us. We won't work you too hard, or I'll try not to.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's say hi to Raphael. How are you?
Hello?
Okay, Raphael, you have challenged me to think of interesting questions to ask you when I see you, so I'm going to ask you something different today. Our topic is surreal towns, weird places, basically. Are there any weird places in Brazil that you know about? unusual in any way? Something that you wouldn't find in every country?
It depends on your perspective of weird.
Weird.
I think there are some places here in Brazil might sound a little bit strange, mainly due to in the central region of Brazil. There is a lot of cities. They used to see UFOs or flying saucers in the night. So people from all over the world come to visit there just to see if there are opportunity to see one of them. I don't
Is
know.
that right? Special UFO viewing areas.
Exactly. And there are people who make rituals there or ceremonies, and everyone has with a crazy mind, I think.
Very good. That is definitely weird, Raphael. Excellent example. Just to point out that when we say UFO, we say each letter separately. UFOs, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. That was an excellent example. I'm just thinking of strange things in my country. We have Stonehenge, which probably you guys know or have heard about. And I'm spelling it horribly badly. It's like a collection of these huge stones in a big circle, and nobody actually knows why they're there or who did them. So that's kind of mysterious and slightly weird. Let's say hi to Carlos again. Hi, Carlos.
Hello again, teacher.
Welcome to the class. I was just asking Raphael about weird places in Brazil because our topic for today is surreal towns. So do you agree with him? Have you heard about this thing with the UFOs in Brazil?
Yeah, definitely. The center west of Brazil is, I could say, there's a very missed place and missed regions, mysterious. They believe in the very interesting things like does it a lot of stones with energy stones, and they have a lot of places. They like spiritual hospitals, and then there is some, we could say, kind of doctors who cure using spirits. It's not it's not a physical surgery, but spiritual surgeries.
Okay.
They're
Wow.
interesting.
Okay, that is very interesting. Brazil is getting more and more interesting by the second. Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah.
Raphael's also pointed out Loch Ness. Yes, I've been to Loch Ness, and it is a bit mysterious. And there's still people who think there's maybe a Loch Ness monster. And if you look that up, actually, there are some very suspicious photos and stuff. So you never know. Okay, who else do we have here? We have So.
Hello.
Hello. Have I met you before?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Well, there you go. Neither of us remember. That makes me feel better. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Where are you from, So?
Originally, I'm from Saudi Arabia, but right now I live in the UK.
All right. Which part of the UK do you live in?
Colchester.
Colchester. Okay. Yeah. And are you having a good time, or do you hate it?
I miss home. I'm homesick.
Okay, definitely homesickness comes to us all and we're in another country. So in Saudi Arabia, are there any mysterious or weird places?
There is one place. Recently, like let's say 2 years, 3 years ago, one of our oil company, they were digging in the desert and they found out there is a whole green area, oasis, inside of the desert. Below the desert.
Wow. So below the desert they were digging and they found an oasis.
Yeah.
With plants and everything.
Everything with palms.
Wow, that is kind of amazing. How did the plants grow? I'm assuming they didn't have any sunlight, so
I have no idea.
That
This
is
is a
weird.
mystery.
You guys are going to be searching for crazy stuff on the internet after this class. All right, thank you, Soso. That is interesting. Okay, let's say hi to Aldona.
Hello, teacher. How are you today?
Good. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Glad to see you again.
Yes, it's lovely to see you too, Aldona. We've just been talking about strange places in our countries because our topic today is surreal. It's a little bit different. But are there any strange places in Poland or weird things?
Well, probably there are. Like, for example, we have a salt mine.
You have a what?
Salt.
A salt mine, yeah.
Salt mine.
And what's a salt mine like?
Is full of salt, of course.
Yeah.
And you go inside and you feel the smell of salt. And there are a lot of sculptures also made out of salt.
Wow, does sound kind of weird. Okay, I'm definitely going to look that up. Thank you, Aldona. I'm going to have to ask this question to Felipe now. Felipe, where are you from?
Oh, teacher, I'm from Spain, but my mother is from Colombia, and I had been living in Colombia for and now I live in Spain because my father is from Spain. Then it's maybe a fusion, I don't know, or mix.
A fusion.
Yeah, fusion. Then I have multicultural. Yeah.
Yes, you're a fusion human, Felipe.
Sorry?
You're a fusion human.
Sorry. I don't understand.
I like the way that you describe yourself as a fusion.
Okay.
So, can you tell us? We're going to actually read about a place in Spain.
Tell me, teacher.
That's okay. I just wanted to know, are there any, what weird places do you know about? We're going to be looking at the cave homes in Guadix. How do you say that? Can you help us?
Oh, sorry, teacher. I don't know. What is?
Yeah. Guadix?
I probably, but I don't know. My city is Cave of Altamira. I don't know. Probably, do you know?
I haven't heard of it. Tell us what it's like.
It's I don't know explain, but it's a cave where the prehistory prehistory started. Then it's a cave where a few people can go, could enter. Yeah.
So not many people can go in there, you mean?
Yeah, because it's the government need to conserve. Yeah, because it's a special place. I don't know explain correctly, but
No, that's absolutely great explanation. Totally understand. Some places, yeah, maybe like the oasis that Soso was talking about. You have to preserve them because air and water and humanity can damage the specialness. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share the page with you and give you the link in case you want to load this up. And we're going to read about some places. I'm going to get Felipe to start because you're already a fusion of Spanish and Colombian, and we're gonna see. How about just look at this picture here, Felipe? This is the place that I was just referring to. Are you familiar with it?
Okay. What is near my city? I live in Malaga.
Okay.
Probably 13 minutes, 14 minutes.
And have you been there?
Yeah.
Have you been to Guadi?
No. In the city, Granada, yeah, but in Guadix, no. properly. No.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is read, guys. So, Felipe, you can go first. And if you could start, please, with many travelers.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Many travelers tend to seek attraction of the man-made variety, art and architecture, food and music, history and culture. But sometimes the most intriguing towns and cities are those where the topographies have been shaped by nature, often with striking surreal results. To find the most dramatic natural locations where people actually live, we turn to question and answer side Quora asking, what are the world's most geographically and topographically interesting cities and towns?
Keep
Continue?
going. Yep.
Okay. From cave dwellings carved out of volcanic rock to an entire town built in a meteorite crater, these destinations are like nothing most travelers have ever laid eyes on.
Great.
Candovan.
Thank you, Felipe.
Okay.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, we're going to pause there because we'll look at Iran in a sec. I just want to talk about a few words. You've read that really well. Striking is the first one. Striking.
Striking.
Just want to kind of go over them one more time. So, meteorite.
Meteorite.
Very good. And this one is ever laid eyes on. Ever laid eyes on.
Ever laid eyes on.
Very good. It's basically another way of saying ever seen, but it's a little bit more exciting. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions about vocab?
What is striking in this context?
Good question. Anybody know? Or anyone who want to have a guess? No? Basically, to strike, the verb, means to hit, right? So it sort of means that it hits you. It's like a bit of a surprise or something quite dramatic, Aldona, okay? But it's very positive, so it means it's sort of like an attractive thing, something that hits you in an attractive way rather than just crosses my mind that if you can say that somebody is striking. If you say, oh, she's striking, it's a very it's a compliment, and it means that some kind of her appearance is somehow very dramatic but also complimentary. Okay, just want to say hello to Amr. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, actually. Are you there, Amr?
Yes, hello, Emily.
Hello, how do I say your name?
My name is Amr.
Amr, okay. Welcome to the class. We're just reading, and we're going to start looking at Iran. So I'm going to ask Aldona to read for us, please.
Yes. Candavan, Iran. Starting in the 13th century, if not before, residents of this town carved their cone-like homes from the area's soft volcanic rock, an inheritance from previous eruptions of the now dormant Masahan volcano, located a 55 kilometers drive south of Tabriz. The town looks like a giant termite colony of pockmarked earthen cones.
Keep going, please, Aldona.
In addition to being surreal looking, the troglodyte dwellings provide natural heating and cooling, said Quora respondent Kaushik Parashar of India. The hardened materials provide an efficient insulation for the harsh winter and summers, he said. Travelers can enjoy the benefits of these unusual abodes too, by staying in a hotel such as the Candovan Lyell Rocky Hotel, which has 10 rock hue suites complete with jacuzzis and heated floors.
Excellent. Thank you, Aldona. All right, so you did well. There was a few tricky words in there. This one's insulation.
Insulation.
And this is sweet.
Sweet.
Yep, just the same as SWEETS. Okay, so we'll just try and get both of those. Well, we'll look at the first paragraph because I can't get them on the screen at the same time. Have a look at the picture. You've got these rocks at the back that you can see have got these kind of little holes in. And does anyone have any questions about the vocab? It describes them like a giant termite colony, which is quite funny, which I suppose it does look like a little bit. Termites are those big ants.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone clear about what we read? Any questions from this paragraph?
Troglodytes.
What is a troglodyte? Does anyone know? Or I think probably maybe a similar word in some of your languages. Nobody know? It's actually just
Caveman.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a caveman. It's like another way of saying a caveman.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Insulation? Insulation.
Yeah, insulation. Anyone know what that is?
It's like isolation?
No. Nice try, but actually no. Cooling. So if you have insulation in your house, it's a special kind of material. It looks like sort of fluffy stuff, pink usually. That protects your house from getting cold, keeps the heat in the winter. So it stops heat from moving, basically. Usually, we can also use it for like sound, stopping sound. So if you use insulation, it's like a special material that stops heat or sound from moving. Do you know what it is in your own language, Aldona? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. That's all right, just as long as you understand. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So has anybody seen or ever visited any underground or cave houses?
I've got one more question about the vocabulary.
Question about the vocabulary. Yep.
Oh,
Go ahead.
what's the 10 rock hewn suit?
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, what's the hewn suit? Oh, what's the
Sorry, Aldona, I didn't quite catch that. It sounds like could you repeat
I
the
know
question?
it was. Yes. What is a 10 rock heavy hue suit complete?
That's okay. A suite is a number of rooms at a hotel which connect to each other. So at a hotel, you can have just a room, that's like your bed and a sofa and a bathroom, or you can have a suite, which means more than one room connected together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this simply means that they're made out of rock. So here, inside these rocky kind of cave things. So basically there are 10 suites in this hotel, but the hotel is actually in the rock. So it's a bit of an unusual hotel. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we carry on and talk about Peru? Because this one looks interesting to me. And I'll ask Amma to read, please.
Okay. Okay. Hold on a second.
So from Lake Titicaca, please.
Okay. Titicaca's heroes people to build entire islands for their villages. Says around the 13th century, frequent attacks from their aggressive led the Euros to build some 42 islands from abandoned reefs called Tutora, uh, whose dense root systems act as natural spore. They move like an over large raft. Attacks were imminent. A
Thank
few
you, Amma.
hundred euros. You're welcome.
You can carry on, sorry, just read the last few. I'm just struggling a little bit to hear you properly. Just keep going.
A few hundred euros still live on.
Whoops. Amma, you've muted your microphone. Are you still there?
Okay. Because the reeds at the port rot quickly, fresh reeds are added every few months.
All right, Amma, I can see that you're reading, but I couldn't hear you very well, so I'm sorry, I can't give you a lot of feedback from that. Maybe just it could be worth leaving the class and coming back just to see if the connection improves a little bit. But thank you anyway. Does anyone have any questions about vocab from that section?
Okay, so what does reeds mean?
Good question. Reads is pretty important to this particular section. What are reads? Does anyone know? No? It's basically just a special type of grass that grows in wet areas, so what we call probably wetlands. Reeds are like a tall, thin, quite tough kind of a grass. Any other questions? No? Alright, well this looks like a very interesting place to live, and I don't know if I'd be particularly comfortable with living on a floating reed island. But then again, it's pretty cool to visit. So, has anybody ever been to Peru or been to see Lake Titicaca? Nobody? Well, perhaps you guys want to put it on your to-do list. Alright, we're going to go to Stockholm now, and it's time for Carlos to read.
Okay. Stockholm, Sweden. While many travelers have heard of Stockholm's attractions, fewer may know that Sweden's capital city, founded in 1252, is actually an archipelago comprising some 25,000 islands dotting the Baltic Sea. In fact, Porter responded, and Warwick said, "One of the best ways to enjoy the city is from a boat as it navigates the endless miles of rivers, creeks, and harbors." Add to that the fact the city remains relatively low-rise, and you have one of Europe's most beautiful cities.
Keep going, please, Carlos. The islands.
The islands, which range from large and inhabited to rocky outposts and knolls, were carved by glaciers moving across the landscape thousands of years ago, leaving enormous pieces of granite behind. Locals can call the Stockholm archipelago Skargarden, literally "garden of skiers", a reference to the rocks protruding from the sea.
Protruding from the sea.
Protruding from the sea.
Very good. Excellent reading. Carlos, a couple of words. The first one is relatively, and I can't think where it is now. I think it's here. Relatively low rise.
Relatively low rise.
Beautiful.
Relatively.
That was perfect. And the last one was just protruding, so just say that one more time.
Protruding.
Yeah.
Protruding.
Protruding simply means sticking out. Sticking out. Does anyone have any questions? No? Everyone understand all the vocab? Okay. Anyone here been to Sweden before? I haven't. Maybe Aldona has. Have you been to Sweden, Aldona?
No, unfortunately not. I haven't been to Sweden, but there is lots of freezing.
There are lots of prisons.
No. It's they're a very cold country.
Oh, freezing! Lots of prison. Yeah, it's freezing. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that I haven't been either, but it's not too far away from the UK, and I think it looks amazing. Imagine if you had your summer house on that island. My goodness, you wouldn't want a storm to come, though, would you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see who we've got next. We're going to look at Spain, and it's Felipe's turn. Felipe, did you read the beginning? I can't remember now. Yeah, you did. I'm going to skip to Raphael. I'll come back to you. Raphael.
Yeah. Let me see. Guarit, Spain. Travelers who stray from the beaten path will be rewarded in the Spanish town of Guari, located 50 kilometers west of Granada. Many of the people live in the underground cave houses in the shadow of the Sierra Nevada mountains, said Quora user Cheng Liu, a travel consultant in London. The main labyrinth of more than 2,000 cave homes is thought to have been built around the 16th century. 16th century, when Moors, fearing persecution from Christian invaders, fled to the hills and carved their homes. Today, the homes are often well appointed, with running water, electricity, and even marble floors and internet, amid the dry desert landscape. Meanwhile, the whitewashed chimneys and doors of the caves provide welcome respite from the heat. While local temperatures can reach 40 degrees Celsius in summer, the caves maintain a year-round temperature of about 20 degrees.
Thank you, Raphael. Really lovely reading. This word here is respite.
Respite.
Excellent. It sounds great. If it's 40 degrees outside, I think I'd want to go into a cave and have a cool 20 degrees. Any questions, guys, about vocabulary or meaning?
Marble?
Marble. Marble is a material. It's a stone. I think that probably the best thing is if I just show you a picture. These types of things are really difficult to explain. It's this stuff here, Raphael. It has a special kind of sort of flowy pattern to it. Do you recognise it? Can come in lots of different colours. People use it sometimes.
Like a texture or something.
It's very smooth, but for some reason, I don't know about how the stone is made, but it always has these kind of waves in it. But it's very, very solid, very hard, and it can be very smooth. So people often use it for like their kitchen bench tops and stuff, or floors. It's quite expensive though.
It's marble, if
that's maybe the same in Portuguese. I'm not sure what the word is. Thank you, Aldona. All right, any other questions? No? Okay, cave houses do look rather strange. I'm not sure if I'd be a little bit scared to go in that doorway, but anyway. All right, we're going now to Germany. And it's time for So to read, please.
Okay. Nordlingen, Germany. A town like no other, Nordlingen is located inside a huge
meteorite
crater, pressure set. The entire settlement, with a population of some 20,000, is situated within a 25-kilometer wide meteorite crater called Nordlinger Rise, dating back to 898. The giant town with its red roofed homes and Gothic churches is completely round. Even its romantic alleyways radiate outwards in a circular fashion.
Keep going, so.
Okay. In the 1960s, scientists discovered shocked quartz in the crater, a type of rock formed only by the pressure associated with a meteorite impact. Only then did residents learn that the crater was caused by a meteorite, not a volcanic eruption, as was previously believed. The crater is thought to have formed some 14.5 million years ago when a 1.5 kilometer wide meteor slammed into Earth.
Thank you, So. It's pretty amazing, isn't it, guys? And the fact that they didn't actually know that it was formed by a meteor until the 1960s. Blimey. Any questions about vocab?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. A huge meteorite.
Meteor. Let's have a practice, So, because this is really hard, this word. Yeah. So it's meteorite. Meteorite.
Meteorite.
Well done. Meteorite. Apart from that, your reading was beautiful. Yeah, so a meteor and a meteorite.
Meteorite.
To be honest, I'm not actually sure what's the difference between those two. But we use both of them. Maybe that's worth looking up if somebody wants to. They're definitely just like a flying rock, a rock that flies through space and hopefully doesn't hit us. But obviously did here. Any other questions? No? All right, so we've got some really interesting places, guys. We've got all over the world as well. So if we go back to the beginning, we've got Iran, where we have these a kind of crazy rock hotel. We have Lake Titicaca in Peru, which is basically a floating island of reeds. We have Stockholm, which is made up of all these little tiny islands. We have Spain, which has these cave houses. We have Germany, which has this town situated in a meteorite. In a meteorite crater. So I want to ask you guys to tell me, if you could choose one of these places to go, which one would you choose to go to, Why do you find it particularly interesting? Or why would you choose that place over the others? So let's see. I'm going to ask Aldona first of all. Which place would you go to?
I think I would go to Germany because I don't have a lot of distance from Germany,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't go to the Peru Titicaca lake because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit allergic to water, to humid atmosphere.
Ah, okay. Definitely stay away from Lake Titicaca. It's a good job that you weren't one of those people born there, Aldona. Otherwise, you
What?
wouldn't be able to live successfully. So I just say it's a good job that you weren't born as one of the people who lived on Lake Titicaca, because you'd have to live by yourself somewhere. I wonder if anyone else. I suppose if you're born somewhere, perhaps you get used to the local humidity or whatever more easily.
Yes,
So
probably I would
Germany.
have to be accustomed to.
Yeah, exactly. And Germany looks very interesting. Did you know about that city before we read this, Aldona? Did you know about Nordlingen?
No, I didn't know that this city existed, but on the other hand, I think it would be little bit difficult to
There?
know when other meteorite may fall out of the sky, no? Yeah, I also hear
Yeah,
echo. Is
exactly.
it mine?
Oh, sorry, Aldona. For some reason, is maybe you have another window open. If you close the other window, is that any better?
No, really not. I have all my windows closed.
Oh, that's very strange. Well, anyway, don't worry. It's sort of coming in and out, but we can still hear you okay. I didn't quite catch the last thing you just said, though. Could you repeat that?
I think it would be dangerous to live in the meteorite crater because you never know when other meteorite may fall out of the sky.
Good point. However, is it likely, Aldona, that another meteorite is going to hit the exact same place again? I don't think so.
Maybe not. You never know.
You never know, actually, that's true. It's like somebody getting struck by lightning more than once. I believe there was a man who got struck by lightning 3 times in his life. Somewhere I read on one of those silly websites. All right, thanks, Aldona. Let's ask Amma. Amma, which place would you go to? Wonder if we can hear him.
Well, I'd love to visit Spain, and I visit the caves that we read about it now. It seems an amazing place to visit, I think, and it seems to be that has a wonderful beaches and lot of stuff you can do there.
Absolutely. So you'd make it into a decent holiday, Amma.
Yes, actually, I need a holiday.
Sounds good to me.
Can you show
And the
me?
cave? Yes, I can. I can. I was just going to say the
Okay.
caves in Iran don't appeal to you?
No, actually, I prefer Spain.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's see what Carlos has to say. Carlos, where would you go?
Uh, on this place that we read before,
Yeah, if you had to choose one of
uh,
them to go to.
I always love to visit Sweden.
Yeah, okay.
So that was my pick.
So you've actually always wanted to go to Sweden despite the fact that we just read this before you wanted to go anyway. Is that what you mean?
No,
Okay, so you've been inspired to go to Sweden by what we read today.
Oh no, I wanted to visit before.
Okay, yeah, that's what I didn't quite catch what you said. And why does Sweden appeal to you? What is it about Sweden particularly, do you think?
Because I think there's a very uh, developed society. There's a very, well organized society.
Well organized.
Organized.
Well organized. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I have to say, I get that impression too. I really do, Carlos, and I would like to go for the same reason. I think it's, I don't know, very distinctive, I think. Distinctive culture. So it sounds interesting. Let's see what Felipe says. Felipe, which would you choose to go to?
I will choose the same city, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with him because for me Sweden is a good country.
Yeah?
The organization is incredible. Then for me it's a well known, probably it's correct.
Well known, yeah?
Yeah, then me too. I have I heard, sorry, I heard my echo, but I don't have the windows open.
That's very strange, isn't it? I don't know what's
Yes.
happening. We've got phantom noise today. Maybe it's because we're discussing weird stuff.
Yeah. Then after reading the article, I would like to visit Sweden for the rivers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah,
Are you a fan of water and stuff then, Felipe?
yeah. Sorry?
Are you a fan of water? You like water, as in sea and rivers
Yeah,
and that kind of stuff?
yeah. The island is really interesting for me.
Yeah, I have to say, I think if you go on a holiday which has a lot of water involved, it's quite relaxing, or at least I find it relaxing. I quite often like to go to the beach or a river to relax. Have you ever been to Venice, Felipe?
I don't understand.
Have you ever been to Venice, the city in Italy with lots of water?
Oh no, I have never been.
No, well, me neither, but I would like to go there too. I think water is an interesting one. But the lake in Peru doesn't appeal to you? Does that one appeal to you or not really? You still prefer Stockholm? No, he's gone silent. I'll take that as a no, Felipe. All right, let's see what Raphael has to say. Am I a good swimmer? Ha! Good question. Actually, no, not really. I can swim, but I'm not particularly good at it. So if I fell in, I'd be relying on a rescue and a life jacket. How about you, Raphael? Which place would you pick?
I think I'll choose Stockholm as well,
Yeah?
because just by looking this calm, peaceful, and quirky island, it makes me want to live there when no one can bother me and I can have a peaceful, quiet life, enjoying the nature, looking the dawn and the sunset, just having good memories
Oh,
about
so romantic.
my joyful life. I think.
That sounds so romantic, Raphael. But have you not considered that if you lived on that little island, I'm going to scroll back up to it, would there not be some inconveniences? Personally, I think there would be. Like, you'd have to get a boat if you want to go to the supermarket and stuff. And what would happen if, like, there was bad weather? You might be stranded on your tiny little island.
I don't think so. Since you have a
No?
boat, you can do exercises. You can exercise rowing.
You mean drills?
Yes.
Like, as in, a storm drill. This is what we do in a storm. Let's practice. Do you mean that?
Yeah, I think so.
No. Okay, not a bad idea. I hadn't actually thought of that. Looking at this island, it seems to me that is that 3 houses, do you think, guys, or is that a boat? Is that a house? Yeah.
Probably.
I'd say if you lived here, then you are very close to your neighbours, and if you had a dispute, that would be very inconvenient. Are you good at getting on with your neighbours, Raphael?
Actually, I don't talk too much with my neighbors, so you have. But since I live in this island, I probably have to talk with him once
I
at
think
least.
so. At least once.
Just to be.
If there was a
just to
storm,
wish,
there'd be a...
just to wish a good morning and good evening, maybe.
And if one of them sings in the shower, you'll probably be able to hear them, because look, you're really close.
Yeah.
All right, last question for the lesson, guys. We've been talking all lesson about kind of weird and strange places. What would you say is the most interesting place that you've ever been in your life? So it might be in your country, it might be a town, it might be visiting somewhere else. Where's the most interesting place that you feel that you've been? Let's see, does anyone want to volunteer? Does anyone have an interesting place to tell us about?
Yes, I was impressed by the Dead Sea.
Ah, okay, tell us about it, Aldona. What happened?
Well, I was in Israel, and they've got a Dead Sea. It's very,
Dead
very
Sea.
Dead Sea.
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful place, and you may improve your health.
Ah, how does it improve your health?
Yes, because it's got lots of healing stuff.
Healing properties?
Properties, yes.
Wow, and did you swim?
No. Well, yes, but swimming is forbidden in the sea.
So what do you do? Are you allowed to get into the sea? Yeah?
You may just lay on the water and doing nothing. You cannot create waves nor nothing, just it must be still.
Gosh, it sounds very mysterious, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did you spend there, Aldona?
2 weeks.
Wow. So you had a holiday there?
Yes. And the Dead Sea is very good for the skin, because if you have any problems with skin, with I don't know, getting more beauty, it helps a lot.
Excellent. All of the girls who are ever watching this lesson have just put it on their next location to go list. Thank you, Aldona. Okay, does anyone else want to share with us before we go an interesting place that they visited?
How about you, Amy? What would you like to visit?
That's a very good question, Amma. I think, to be honest, I would actually like to go to Peru. Maybe it's cheating slightly, because I want to go to other places in Peru that are also very famous. Because I'm very fascinated by like the Latin American cultures of old. This place looks amazing, but Peru is definitely one of my kind of destinations that I hope eventually I will manage to get to. So I'd probably choose that, despite the fact that it might be humid, as Aldona mentioned. All right, guys. Well, if no one has anything, yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you very much for your reading. Yeah.
Thank you for your patience. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your ideas, guys. Some great speaking today and some really good reading. Well done. Let us know on Facebook if any of you go and visit these places, and I want to see some photos. Other than that, just take care and have a really great evening, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Okay. Thank you, Amy.
Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, Amy. Bye.